What it do? Third Hall Gremlins. We're back. Biggest card of the year just wrapped up. UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden. Islam outgrapples JDM, gets a decision win, ends up becoming double champ. Big moment for him, but also a lot of other stuff happened on this card. We're gonna get into it today. I picked JDM. I was backing him. This is just what happens when you back fighters. You watch guys come up, you watch all their fights, you back them, you end up picking him in a really big fight that he's probably not going to win, and he ends up losing and putting on a shit performance. But it is what it is. But, I'll give credit to Islam. This is the best performance of Islam's career as well. You know, Speed of the takedowns was crazy. The takedown finishes were crazy. But he was shooting double legs from space, right? Like he was just like shooting blast doubles from space. Like JDM, you couldn't, where's the high guard that he used against Bilal to use his head to frame off, use his head to defend the takedowns? Where was that? I don't know. Maybe Islam's timing is just too good. Who knows? But I'll break this fight down a little bit more. First thing I want to talk about. Who let this guy in the octagon? Why is this guy allowed here? If you guys don't know, this is Ali Abdelaziz right here. This guy was involved in 9/11. Why is he allowed in New York City to just be walking freely amongst the people? Who lets this happen? Why is he allowed to have a passport to come here? How is he allowed here? How does this work? Explain this to me. First of all, the guy gets arrested for having a bunch of fake passports and was a double agent for the FBI feeding information to people. Who let him be here? Why is he allowed to be here? He was involved in 9/11. He's in New York City, in Madison Square Garden, in the octagon of a UFC event. Are we fucking serious? What? Who allowed this? Why is he allowed in the arena? I don't care that he's the manager. This guy literally did 9/11. That pisses me off so much. Anything that happened on the UFC, UFC fights, results of UFC fights aside, this is fucking bullshit. And everybody should be fucking talking about this. This is fucking bullshit. This pisses me off. I'm fucking screaming in my dorm room right now. How pissed off I am. Just fucking looking at his ugly fucking face. Piece of shit. Anyway, I had to say that. I had to say that. It had to be said. Everyone likes to fucking laugh at the fucking Instagram memes. That had to be said. Fuck that guy. That guy's a piece of fucking shit. I don't fucking care. He's a piece of shit. Anyway, let's break down some actual fights now. Islam beats JDM. 50-45. It was actually 50-45 too. Islam did win every round. Every time he took down JDM, JDM didn't get up at all. JDM, I don't know where to go here, because on the one hand, I think this was just a case of Islam in his training camp was really hammering home the takedowns and getting JDM down and hammering the top grappling control, which, he already has, right? And then I just think JDM wasn't hammering the wrestling in his training camp. He was hammering his half guard knee shield. But also in his corner, his coaches were yelling at him for not following the game plan. So I don't know what JDM was doing. It sucks because I was backing JDM. I picked him to win, mostly out of bias. Come on, it was pretty clearly pure bias. I'm gonna count it towards my picks. It's not a women's fight, but it's out of pure bias. But I wanted JDM to win. Not because I hate Islam. Islam came in on my top 40 favorite fighters on my list. Like, he's one of my favorite UFC fighters. He's honestly, after getting this win, in the GOAT conversation, right? I mean, yeah, especially if he gets more wins at welterweight, like this is the most, like he's the champion in the most stacked division in the UFC right now. Like everyone agrees, welterweight's the best division, right? And Islam's now the champion in that division. He just beat JDM, who, I mean, if I had to put JDM in a matchup against anybody else, I think he would beat everybody else in the division except for like maybe Prates, maybe Carlos. Carlos is just a bad matchup for JDM, I think. But even then, that's a close fight, right? And Islam beat JDM. So a lot of credit. I'm giving a lot of credit to Islam here. I'm gonna give a lot of credit to Islam because like his takedown speed was insane. The kicks, the calf kicks, were really good. Like JDM didn't check a single one. Like Islam was throwing like he just pulled like how does he do it? Like he just what he just like has like oh yeah, and I just like had like on top of being the best grappler, well, besides Hamza, I mean, is Islam the best grappler in the sport? Like at 170, like he looks massive. Aside from being like the best grappler in the sport, this guy just has like yeah, perfect, crazy high level Muay Thai low kicks, and was landing body kicks and head kicks like. And he can land, and he can box up JDM, and his defense is really like it's insane. The guy's insanely good, no doubt about that. So I'm gonna give Islam credit. This was his best performance of his career. He looked insane in this fight. And JDM just looked bad. Like I'm pissed at JDM because of how bad he looked. Like I get a single takedown. I mean Dustin was defending takedowns against Islam, right? Like JDM, like how do you not defend a single takedown? How do you not? Like that made no sense to me either. Was it rigged? Maybe. Nah, I don't think this fight's rigged. Because it was like I mean if they were in a rig, they would make it a bit more exciting, right? But yeah, so I think case of Islam's best performance of his career. He was really hungry for this fight. JDM, I don't even know like if Islam is just that good. I don't know if it was JDM's worst performance, but it kind of was JDM's worst performance. Like he wasn't in a low stance. He was like standing straight up. He wasn't using any footwork at all. Like it was a pretty bad performance from JDM. I'm gonna be real. But also like Islam being able to hold him down was pretty impressive the way he did. But also the fight was kind of dull. I'm not gonna say this was like I'm not gonna go full MMA guru and crash out. Like this is the most boring fight I've ever seen. Fuck this. Like Islam was working for submissions. He was going for some ground and pound. I think the third round was pretty second round, right? He was landing good ground and pound. He was landing a lot of elbows. So this was not as bad as like Dricus versus Hamzat level of fight. Like there were striking exchanges in this fight, right? It wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't a terrible watch, but it wasn't the best watch either, you know. But I mean that is it is what it is. Like JDM, like that's why I'm pissed at JDM. Like bro, you can't get up. First of all, you can't defend the takedowns. Okay, fine. You're not working on your takedown defense, but at least you're working to get up to your feet, right? But no. So like I just think it was a case of this was JDM's worst performance ever. And he's young. I think JDM probably will bounce back. Islam kind of the go to the sport. We'll see when I make like there's a lot of fights coming up the rest of the year. We're getting close to the end of the year. I'll have a lot of end of year content. I'll probably make a GOAT list at the end of the year. I'll see where Islam comes in on that, but yeah, he's tied Anderson Silva's win streak, right? That doesn't matter. I don't care about that shit. But I mean, he is just that good. So I'm gonna give Islam his credit. I'm not switching up on JDM though. I'm still gonna back him. I'm still gonna root for him. But like, am I even pissed? I'm not even pissed at him. Watching the fight, I wasn't even pissed. I was just disappointed. Just fucking disappointed, mate. He just fucking laid on him. He did. I mean, the Aussie casuals, I could see them. They're just being like, mate, Islam's just fucking laying on him. Which, I mean, yeah, but JDM's doing nothing other than sit in half guard. Like, position wise, right? He's doing nothing positionally to work back to his feet. And then, like, in the first round, he was doing good work, too. Like, the first round, JDM was the only time I saw JDM do solid work to get back to his feet. Like, against this style, like, you got to keep working that, right? Because it's not like Islam's just going to be able to flow with everything all the time, the entire fight, 25 straight minutes, you know? Like, when you have your opportunities, you got to, like, work to get back to your feet. You know, JDM, like, the octopus guard, the octopus guard isn't a thing. When you're already on bottom, like, you got to, like, set up working up to octopus guard against these high level top grapplers. And Islam, like, anytime JDM would go to octopus guard, Islam would just crossface him. Just a crossface, you know? It would just be a crossface and JDM would be back down. So, I don't know. What do you do now with Islam? I mean, if he wants to defend his belt, I honestly, the Michael Morales matchup, who we'll get to, I'm intrigued by that. I think that'd be a competitive fight. Islam Michael Morales should be a more competitive fight than this because Michael Morales is a lot bigger. Like, he's probably the biggest welterweight ever. So we'll see. And he's got way more dangerous power than JDM. So I think an Islam versus Michael Morales matchup is entertaining. Well, no, interesting, and should be more entertaining as well. But dude, if please Bilal, like I'm gonna pray for Bilal to get a win against Ian Gary next week. What I'm not trying to see is Ian Gary beat Bilal, and then we do the fake ass Ian Gary Islam fake Khabib versus Connor bullshit. Like, that's something I don't want to see happen. I don't want to see that shit. If Ian Gary beats Bilal, I'm out. I'm done. And he gets a title shot, I'm done. It's over. But yeah, that's what I want to see next for Islam. Bilal, please. I'm gonna be picking Bilal too, just so you guys know. I'm gonna pick Bilal. I'm gonna pray for Bilal. Yeah. For JDM, just give him Shavkat. Shavkat hasn't shown up to work in like 2 years. Yeah, give JDM versus Shavkat. That would be a banger fight. Put it on like a fight night. No, put it on a pay-per-view. Yeah. Do it in Sydney. If Shavkat's recovering from an injury, put it as the co-main of the Volkanovski card in February. Or when? No. Are they going to do that in January? I don't know what Paramount's doing, but yeah. Whatever. Whenever Volk fights, put JDM Shavkat on the co-main. That's what I want to see. And hopefully JDM will, show it better next time. Damn. But yeah, I've said my piece with that fight. I'm done. Do I have anything else? Anything else to add? Yeah, that's about it. Next one, co-main event: Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko. This was supposed to be the highest-skilled women's MMA fight of all time. It wasn't that. This was more boring than the main event. This was probably more boring than Hamzat versus Dricus. This fight was awful. I had a feeling that was going to happen too. I mean, you could hear it in my prediction video. I had a feeling this fight would be really boring. It was. Valentina smudges Zhang Weili. It was bad. This fight was boring. And like when it's men's MMA, like, I get it cuz it's more cuz like clearly it is actually like high level stuff going on, right? But like you watch this and it's just like it's women's MMA, right? Like I know they're not that good. Like I know watching this that like women's MMA as a sport isn't there. Because I mean, yeah, female athletes aren't doing MMA as much as male athletes are. Like neither of the sports are evolved that far yet, but like women's MMA is clearly behind. So like when I watch like a smudge grappling fest in a women's fight, it just makes it so much worse. And I picked Zhang Weili to win. I want Zhang Weili to get it done. I want to see a double champ, but Valentina wins. It is what it is. And one thing I'll point out too, though, Zhang Weili, like after that one knee that Valentina landed to the body as Zhang Weili rushed in the first round, like I was saying, like when I was on the mic with my friend, like I was saying that like that Zhang Weili looked like hurt to the body like the entire fight. That's one thing I'll say too. So she looked anytime Valentina landed up, and and Valentina noticed it too. So like she was attacking the body a little bit. Zhang Weili looked like hurt to the body the entire fight, but whatever. Dude, the highest level women's MMA fight of all time. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna say typical women's MMA fight, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a typical women's MMA fight. That's my classic line. That's what I'm gonna say. I wasn't really that excited for that fight to begin with. I don't know why. Like, why do they keep putting these on like these cards, man? God, save the women's fights for like pay-per-views that aren't gonna sell that much. Because we got this, you know, feature fight. Sean gets knocked out. That hurt a little bit. I backed Sean. Sean was like, okay. Reasons why I'm pissed off that Sean had to take this fight. One, this guy was literally calling for an Ian Gary fight. Ian Gary literally ducked him to fight Bilal. Fuck Ian Gary. And then Sean had to fight Michael Morales, and he ends up getting knocked out. Fucking stupid. Two, the only American fighter in the top five that like has a chance, like a slight chance of becoming champion. So that pissed me off. America is just like American MMA's cooked. This is what this means to me. American MMA's cooked. Sean losing this. God, it sucks. It does suck. Like to watch the only American fighter anywhere near a title shot who should have had a title shot already just get knocked out in the first round by some complete fucking mutant. It was bad. This sucked. But it is what it is. That's the game. Sean wanted to fight. They gave him one. He lost. It is what it is. Didn't even attempt a single takedown. But I mean, like I don't get his game plan of like skirting around on the outside to try and get takedowns. You gotta be pressuring, dude. I know, like, yeah, okay, he was stinging you. Every shot stung. I get it. But man, like, if you're gonna get stung no matter what, you may as well be pressuring forward, trying to land your own shots, and trying to like get the takedowns. Like, you could have at least like shot and put him against work a cage grappling game or something, right? Like, God, I don't know, but I mean that's my thing with Sean. I'm spending a lot of time talking about what Sean could have done better, but I mean you got to give credit to Michael Morales. I mean the dude is 6'3" and jacked at welterweight. It's insane. He's huge. I don't know what he walks around at. I mean I know what he walks around in. He walks around in cross-dressed clothes, dresses like a fucking tranny. But I don't know what weight he walks around at. Uh, dude, this guy has to be like 200 pounds. This guy has to be 215 pounds at least at welterweight. It's insane. This guy's huge for the division. How's he this big for the division? I'll never know. And he's insanely powerful. His power's crazy. Like people, they just get hit by him and they're just like, what is this? It's crazy. I don't get it. And he might not even be the biggest puncher in the division. But dude, this guy, and he's young too. And I'm gonna be honest, his defense is not that good, and his technique is not all the way there. He was getting a bit wild too, and he's still beating the number one contender in the division. And he's young. Michael Morales, like this is why I want to see Michael Morales versus Islam. I think he loses, but dude, like this guy might have it. Like even if he like gets a title shot against Islam and loses, this guy's a future champion at some point. So Really exciting fighter, Michael Morales. Sucks to see Sean get KO'd. Like, sucks really bad to see Sean get KO'd, especially with the situation. But it is what it is. This one though, and I got my pick wrong because I picked all these. I picked all the people that lost. Obviously, you want to see people win. They always lose. But this one though, this one that's three losses in a row, bruv. That's three losses in a row, bruv. Carlos smokes Leon. Let's fucking go. Is Leon the worst champion in UFC history? I mean, dude, JDM might be worse. No, no, Leon might be worse. Leon's worse. Leon's definitely worse. Because Leon, like, how the fuck did this guy beat Usman twice? That's all I want to know. How the fuck did this guy beat Usman 2 times? Was Usman ever at like exactly? Like, I mean, dude, how did Volkanovski deal with Islam's grappling? Like, how good is Volk? Like, gotta glaze Volk a bit, but I don't know. Carlos smokes Leon. I picked it to happen though. Like, I just knew, like, I mean, Leon was wrestling. That had me worried in the first round, but I knew as the fight went on, Leon's wrestling wouldn't be as effective. But yeah, I kind of knew this was gonna happen. Like, Carlos, he's a literal demon. This guy's had like 60 Muay Thai fights, and he is the and for some, like, that's the thing. He has like 60 Muay Thai fights. Like, not like one championship Muay Thai where you're not allowed to clinch. Like, this guy's like, his Muay Thai fights are like traditional Muay Thai where they're like 60% clinch, kicks score more than punches. Like, he has those skills, and he's the biggest puncher in the division. How did Ian Gary beat him? Like, how did Ian Gary win? I'll never understand how Ian Gary won. How did Carlos not finish Ian Gary at the end of that fight? I'll never understand that either, but good for Carlos. Want to see him keep going. Who do you give him next? I mean, yeah, I mean, they might give him JDM. It might be a Protez versus JDM, which I don't want to see because I don't want to see JDM go on a skid, but that would be a really exciting fight. Give him Shavkat. Fuck it. I want to see Protez versus Shavkat. We were smoking Shavkat. Get rid of Shavkat. Honestly, let's get Carlos versus Shavkat. Fuck JDM Shavkat. Let's get Carlos versus Shavkat in there. Let's go. Or give him Usman too. I think he'd sleep Usman with a knee or something. But yeah, Carlos gets a knockout on Leon. Crazy moment. And you know what? One thing I want to say too. I love the way he did it too. Like that punch he throws where he like uses like mechanics like it's an overhand left, but he throws it straight and just like from space he just sends that left hand into the space. I love that technique. I saw him do it against Jeff Neal once. It like kind of like Jeff Neal blocked, but it still landed heavy. And I was like, dude, I love that technique. And he ends up getting a knockout with it. Like, if you're an MMA striking coach, you should be teaching that. That's a great technique to teach. I mean, I'm glazing hard, but I love that shit. That might be my favorite technique in the sport. Just like sending a straight a straight down the pipe with the overhand mechanics from space as you're like just moving away from that side, right? Love that shit. Especially I mean, Leon's a southpaw too, right? So like it doesn't even matter. Imagine he did that to a guy in an orthodox stance, open stance fight. Dude, lethal. Great shit from Carlos. Next one. Benoit takes Benil to Marauder School. Walks forward. He doesn't care about your tie clinch. He's just going to wing hooks. Face plants Benil on the canvas. Crazy knockout. I mean, this is what we're talking about. Like, this main card was shaping up to be one of the best cards of all time. This is why it sucks that we had a women's MMA fight on it, you know? Like, Those were three nasty knockouts back to back, and we'll get to Bo Nickel. Freaking haters, man. But dude, Benoit walks forward, comes out. Did he shoot a take? I don't know. Did he shoot a takedown and like have it get defended? I think so. And then he just starts like winging shots and sleeps Beneil. I mean, hey, I picked this to happen, so and I'm a fan of Benoit Saint Denis, so I'm completely fine with this result. And it ended up being a great moment, so that's cool. Bedtime MMA picked Beneil. I don't know what he was doing picking Beneil, but I mean, Beneil's just too chinny at this point. I mean, that's what this is, right? Like, Beneil's just too chinny at this point. Like, Benoit just was able to walk forward. He knew he was going to, like, knock him out, I think. Like, all he had to do was really land clean. And that, I mean, yeah, that's what happened. All he had to do was land clean, and he knocked him out. So, good shit from Benoit. Benoit's on a run, man. You know, after the Moicano fight, the Dustin fight, dude, I think, listen, I think we got to say it. You know, this might be controversial to say, but I think we got to say it. Benoit losing to Dustin, that was a fluke. I gotta say it, dude. It might have been a fluke. Might have been a fluke knockout. I mean, came into the Dustin fight with staph infection. You know, might have been a fluke knockout from Dustin. That's all I'm saying. So, is Benoit the real deal? Was Islam actually running from Benoit? We'll never know. Does he do this to everybody, dude? Is he gonna is he gonna go out there and smoke Iliad? No, no, no. I'm playing, but nah, good win from Benoit. He's on a nice run. Like I saw Bedtime say give him Chandler. Honestly, Benoit versus Michael Chandler, two guys with terrible defense, hands down. That'd be a fucking banger. I'd like to see that. Run it. BSD versus Chandler. Because I mean, I know Chandler's gonna try to wait until he gets Connor at the White House. So if they don't do that, maybe I don't know. Maybe run it back with Moicano. Maybe give Benoit Gamrot. Benoit versus Gamrot. Ooh, I like that too. So yeah, a lot of things you can do with Benoit. Nasty knockout. Beneil, retire. You're like old and you have zero chin at this point. Just retire, bro. Just retire, bro. Headlining the prelims. Bo Nickel, man. All these freaking haters, man. All the haters said I couldn't strike. I just got a fucking head kick. Bo Nickel gets a knockout of Rodolfo Vieira. I picked Bo Nickel. I mean, dude, this is just like a tailor-made matchup for Bo Nickel. The UFC knew what they were doing making this matchup, man. I just, I mean, Bo started out dominant like the first half of the first round, stinging Rodolfo Vieira on the feet, open stance, so he's going to be able to use his speed to just, land his left hand easily. And Rodolfo Vieira has zero head movement. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. Like, Rodolfo Vieira, like, I think he's actually, like, people are saying he's actually, like, a top three gi jiu-jitsu player of all time, right? But he tried grappling too. It just didn't work against Bo because Bo's I mean, three-time NCAA champion. So, I mean, I didn't expect Rodolfo to take Bo down. So I thought on the feet, well, Bo's pretty powerful. Rodolfo's old. Bo could probably get a knockout at this point, and he did. It was a nasty head kick though. I did not expect a nasty head kick from Bo Nickel. I think his kicks, like, I mean, even before the knockout, I was saying, dude, this guy's kicks are terrible. Like Bo Nickel, like, I don't know what to do with this guy because obviously he's a really good athlete and he's got power, but like, he's clearly like, I just don't know if he's that good at fighting. I'm gonna say it, like, before the knockout, he was just like fainting at range, not landing anything. Like in this type of matchup, I wanted to see him just piece up Rodolfo Vieira and get him out of there with a nasty combo in like the first round. He's taking him to the third round, dude. So I don't know what to make of this because it was just a good matchup for Bo, but he did get a nasty knockout. He just proved the freaking haters wrong, man. I mean, that's all he was. That's all he came here to do, man. You know, coming off a big loss to RDR, just coming to prove the freaking haters wrong. Prove that he can strike. Hamzat better watch it, dude. Bo's coming. Bo Nickel chin, does Bo Nickel chin Hamzat? You know, I don't know, man. Nah, but what do you do next with Bo Nickel? I don't I don't really fucking know. Cause like he is garbage. Like his striking is garbage. And he's not like just and he's not so good at wrestling in MMA. Like I know he's good at wrestling in a wrestling match, but he's not so like but he's not really like clearly he's not the most physically dominant guy at middleweight. He's not so good at wrestling that he's like taking people down and chucking them around the octagon, right? I mean, he did that like the first half after he like headbutted Rodolfo Vieira. I want to point that out. I think he headbutted him in the first round and rocked him. But yeah, so I don't even know who you give him because like, do you want to like still build him up as a prospect? Because if he gets in there with top level guys, he's gonna just fucking lose. So like, I like a middleweight. I actually don't know who you give Bo Nickel. It's tough, man. Maybe I'll make a matchmaking video. Who knows? I usually like to do my matchmaking though on the breakdown video, but who knows? Maybe we'll make a matchmaking video. But yeah, freaking haters were proved wrong. Nasty head kick from Bo. Good shit from him. But not really though, because he took him to the third round. That's what I'm saying, right? All right, next one: Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodriguez. Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop. I picked Roman Kopylov out of respect for Lucas Tracy retiring. I know this was Lucas Tracy's guy. He's hyping him up. I wanted to see what Lucas Tracy sees in him, man. But dude, Roman Kopylov, he's just like Gregory Rodriguez gets a win. Good for this dude, but it wasn't even that good of a win because he's fighting a dude that's literally scared to throw anything, right? Like Roman was just scared to throw anything for the first 2 rounds. And I wouldn't be so annoyed with him if it would have been all 3 rounds. But no, this dude ends up winning the third round. Like when he actually tries to throw something and land something, he lands a hook on the temple of Gregory Rodriguez, stumbles him a little bit, throws some nice combos at the end of the fight. Like when he actually tried, he was landing. Which is why I'm so fucking annoyed because, well, like, where is that like the first 2 rounds, bro? Like you can't just fucking sit there and like hope you're gonna fluke a knockout in the third round. That's not how you fucking fight, bro. You know, and it's not like he has one punch power. Rodriguez has one punch power. And like, okay, I get Roman didn't want to get knocked out, but dude, you're not throwing anything back. When you do throw back, he stops, right? Like, you gotta pose a threat yourself. You can't just be a victim out there. It's not like he got finished. Like he was not. Like it's not like he was just getting bombs with I know Oh my god, dude, Rogan on commentary. Don't get me started on the commentary. I turned off the commentary for the main card, but like I don't know what like Roman. What are we doing? But who the fuck cares? It's a middleweight outside the rankings fight, but RoboCop gets a win. Roman Kopylov. Like what I'm saying is like Roman Kopylov could win. That's what I'm fucking saying. He could win this. You run this fight back, and somebody fucking gets in Roman Kopylov's camp and tells him, "Yo, actually throw a fucking punch, dude." He can win this fight. That's what I'm saying. He has the skill. He has the ability to win this fight, and he fought like so shit and didn't even try to win. That's what I hate seeing. And it's like you could say, "Oh, whoa, man, what do you say, man? You're not a fighter, man." Dude, that's the thing. They are fighters, bro. Like, you're in the UFC. Try to win, dude. You're coming off a loss. Try to win. And I got my pick wrong, so maybe I'm a bit salty about that, but like I thought he could win, dude. And he could. So that's why I'm pissed. Next one. Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. Aaron Blanchfield submits Tracy Cortez. Bit of a fraud check. Um, nah, I picked this to happen. It's women's MMA. Aaron Blanchfield's a pretty solid grappler. Tracy Cortez not that good, not that hot either. I don't know why everyone hypes her up. Take a damp cloth, wipe off her makeup. Like that's the real fraud check. You know, yeah, I know Malcolm Wellmaker lost, and people are saying that's a fraud check. The real fraud check is when Tracy Cortez takes off her makeup. That's the real fraud check. All right, but nah, I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. I'm not kidding though. I really do think that. So I'm not kidding, but it is a joke. But yeah, Aaron Blanchfield wins by submission. Honestly, I actually didn't watch this fight. I actually turned this. I actually turned it off to not watch this fight. So I got my pick right, I guess. I'm gonna count that for my picks too. Like here's my new thing with women's MMA. If I get it right, it counts because that means actually analyzing the fight and breaking it down works. Anytime you get a women's MMA fight wrong, it doesn't count because that means the analysis doesn't work, right? So that's my new thing with women's MMA. Still don't bet on women's MMA. But let's get into this. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Ethan Ewing. Ethan gets the win. Shout out to Ethan Ewing getting the win on what, 2 days notice? Now, 2 days notice, up a weight class. He fought last week on the regional scene, won in Uriah Faber's promotion, became the champion there, and is on a really good win streak himself. So not a complete scrub to begin with. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people were saying, "Oh, dude, Malcolm got fraud checked, man. Dude, is this a fraud check?" Like it's only a fraud check if you think Malcolm Wellmaker is gonna be a future champion, like dead set. Oh, he's gonna be he's the next champion, right? The guy has 2 knockout wins in the UFC. He has like really good power, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, dude, you just got fraud checked, man. Like no, it's a really competitive fight that he made a couple mistakes in headhunting. Right, that was the big thing. Malcolm was just headhunting out there, trying to knock Ethan out, and he ended up losing the last 2 rounds because of it, because Ethan was on it, and Ethan was just landing his own punches, landing his own kicks. Really good judo throws too, but Malcolm scrambled up. Like that's the thing too. Like if Malcolm would have got taken down and submitted, okay, fraud checked, right? But he did show that he can defend the good grappler. He showed he can defend against good grapplers because Ethan is a really good grappler, and he showed it here, right, with the nasty judo throws. So this was a really good fight. So I don't think it's like a fraud check necessarily. I think Malcolm's got to go back, work on his game, and he'll be back. He's a tough dude. This dude was fucking working a welding job while training. He's a tough dude. He'll get it together. I mean, I think he found something with the body shots too. He hurt Ethan with the body shots at a couple times in the second round. Actually, like had Ethan shoot a takedown because of how hurt he was to the body at one point. So, yeah, I'm not out on Malcolm as a prospect. I still think he's good. I still think he's really talented. But, you know, he's just got to work on making better decisions in fights. And for Ethan, dude, this is a great win to get. I mean, you come in on 48 hours notice, you win, you're in the UFC now, dude. So, good shit for Ethan as well. So, yeah, I mean, this is good for like both dudes. Obviously, I got my pick wrong, but I didn't because I picked Malcolm when he was fighting Cody Haddon. So, this doesn't count against my picks. So, hey, everyone's happy, man. But yeah, good shit from Ethan. Like I'm really impressed with Ethan. That's what I'm saying. I'm really impressed with Ethan. Because Malcolm did show good stuff in that fight. It's not like he fought like shit. All right, Kyle Dawkins, GM3, bro. My go GM3 takes the L. I think it's time, man. Time to hang it up, GM3, dude. You know, you had your run. You were able to tough out some fights, you know, and end up getting finishes late in fights against guys who are inexperienced, but now you're just getting fucking now you're just a free first round finish, dude. You're just a free $50,000 for your opponent, dude. It's time to hang it up, GM3. Like that's all that is. Like what analysis do you want me to give, dude? You get Kyle Dawkins just walks out there, walks forward, Darce chokes him. Like, what do you want me to say? GM3's old, and sad to see a legend fall like this, but yeah, I don't know. Kyle Dawkins, another UFC win, I guess. I guess it's probably not a UFC level win at this point, but it is a win in the UFC. So good for Kyle Dawkins, working back from getting cut to begin with. But yeah, story of this one is GM3 just hang it up, bro. Hang it up. I don't know. Or like walk out there and just like, you know, get submitted and then fight out your contract. I don't know how many fights he has in his contract, but he's just got to hang it up, man. Whenever he can. Fight out your contract for sure. Yeah. Then hang it up. Pat Sabatini versus Shep I picked that to happen, by the way. Yeah, I knew GM3 was going to lose in the first round. Just knew it, man. Pat Sabatini, Shep Mariscal. Listen, everyone was picking Shep Mariscal to win. He was on a good run. My boy Pat Sabatini goes out there 30-27s him. My boy Philly Pat. Listen, sometimes being biased works out in your favor. Because I was really thinking about picking Shep Mariscal. I was really thinking about it, but no. I stuck to my bias. I stuck to backing Pat. Pat gets it done. Good shit from Pat. I mean, yeah, like, because a lot of people were picking him to lose. Like, don't let Shep Mariscal's record confuse you. 18-7. It's not a good record, but this guy was beating really good guys. And he is clearly, a really solid fighter outside the rankings at featherweight. So don't let that fool you. This is a really good win for Pat Sabatini. Really good performance. I'm so tired, but yeah, really good performance from him. And I mean, is this the breakout? Are we about to get Pat Sabatini breakout into the rankings in 2026? I don't know. We'll see. For Shep, just a tough loss, but he's a tough dude. He'll come back. He can beat guys outside the rankings. He's got a career still, but yeah, it was just a tough loss, tough matchup. I mean, Pat's a little bit bigger than him and was just able to muscle him around a bit, but you know. Next one, Angela Hill, Fatima Klein. Honestly, I didn't watch this fight. Didn't care to. Picked Fatima Klein to win. Cool, she does, I guess. I don't know. I have no clue how the fight went. I'm seeing a 30-26, so I mean, looks like Angela Hill got beat up in at least one round, but yeah, I didn't watch that fight, but I got my pick right, so cool. Bisinger, Susarkayev, and Eric McConaughey. Now, in my pick video, I said Bisinger, Susarkayev, he's not the best prospect I've ever seen. He was getting hit in his last fight. He was getting tagged, actually got rocked and almost finished. But I did say Eric McConaughey is complete garbage. Now, I did take it back immediately after, but, Eric McConaughey, maybe he's not complete garbage. He didn't just get walked down and finished in the first round. So, I guess credit to him for not getting finished in the first round, but he did get finished and knocked out in the third round. So, what do I take away from this fight? Susarkayev just needs more experience, and McConaughey, I'm questioning, I'm questioning if he really is garbage. I'm questioning if he's complete garbage and should we keep him around, to fucking bum it out on the prelims, or should we just cut him? I'm not sure. But that's for the UFC to fucking decide, not me. I'm just fucking sitting in my dorm room, bro. Last fight to get down to, Jesus Christ, 45-minute video. Borshev versus Camilo. Now, my rule was I won't pick Camilo because he quit against Gabe Green in his last fight and lost. So I didn't pick him, but honestly, realistically, like, he was the right pick. But I just refused to pick him. And he ends up getting a decision against Borshev. Didn't even watch the fight. So, I didn't even watch the fight, but yeah, I guess he won. Good for this dude. You know, he's not gonna get cut. For Borshev, he might get cut because he's 8-7. Dude, this guy had like one loss coming into the UFC. I think to be 8-7 now, that's kind of crazy. Like I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of crazy, dude. How he's probably gonna get cut. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. UFC 322, biggest card of the year, Madison Square Garden. If I had to rate it, probably give it like, I don't know. I'd give this card like a 6 out of 10. You know, the main card was shaping up to be really good. I didn't expect the women's fight to be good to begin with, so I didn't expect like the Valentina Shevchenko Zhang Weili fight. I didn't expect it to be good to begin with. I had a feeling it was gonna go that way, but I did expect JDM versus Islam to be a little bit better of a fight. But you know, that's on JDM for not preparing good enough. But also, Islam is just him. So, but yeah. So, what am I gonna rate this? I'll go 6 out of 10. Yeah. Now, what would I rate Tracy Cortez? 4.5 out of 10. I stand by that. All right, I gotta stop. But yeah, this card itself was a 6 out of 10. Main card itself, I mean, yeah, the main card was a 6 out of 10. Entire card, maybe a 6.5 out of 10. But yeah, I mean, I was entertained. I always love watching MMA. I'm gonna be entertained watching MMA no matter what. But yeah, like and subscribe, comment. Uh, I don't know. I think I think I have to rant about the Dagestani fan base. I think I gotta make a rant video on that because, dude, they are so fucking annoying, bro. Like, it's not the fighters. I like the fighters. I'm a fan of Islam. I'm a fan of Khabib. I'm a fan of, well, Umar. He's a little shit. I don't like him, but Umar isn't even that bad of a fighter. Like Usman or Magomedov, dude. Actually, he's a little shit. Fuck him. But I don't really hate the fighter. Like John Pork, like I like him as a fighter, right? Like they're chill dudes. The Dagestanis are chill dudes. Like I like them as fighters, but like, dude, I just can't stand it when like people from Pakistan are sending MMA Guru death threats because what? Because why? He sits in his room and rants about UFC and he doesn't root for the guys that you root for, and you root for what? You're you're from Pakistan rooting for the guys from the Caucasus Mountains because they just happen to, have the same religion as you. All right, that's enough of that. Maybe I won't make a rant video. I might get canceled. Nah, fuck it, cancel me. I don't give a shit. I have 18 subscribers. The fuck do I care about getting canceled for? Yeah, rant video coming. Not yeah. Now I'm hyped. Rant video coming soon. Ali Abdelaziz top 5 passports video coming soon. Fuck that guy. Oh, this video's been so long I forgot about Ali. Fuck him. Yeah, like and subscribe, comment, peace.